Taking a shower to process what life brings to a person after all the stress, after all the work within the time crunch to meet deadlines, release dates, after all the turmoil and heartache that comes with mistrust from skepticism and suspicions of the intentions as people unravel. Demons in a bottle to compensate for the pain, to be washed away, to be watered down, to be flushed out of the system, numb to the true feeling. Every sip takes a toll, trying to kill the conscience, to embrace that very self-indulgence, hoping to conditionally convince that the bad means good. Angels in the sober is allowing the knowledge that was temporarily detached to start washing over the mind, instead of popping champagne to celebrate champagne that the lies to be believed became the truth that was seen. And yet, delusions tend to fade as the laced waterfalls are cleansed. The compliments, the approvals, the validation, the acceptance, the accolades are only ever really worth it when the support actually helps to encourage one to improve and get better, to really challenge oneself to appreciate the consistency and not enabling entitlements to their successes. It doesn't hurt to ask for help and have solid grounds of support, but when it comes to having one's back, true to self's the first report. As much as options take on many forms, the importance of communication is to isolate from the noise, iron them out, and to keep seeing the best of choices. Because the moment people that have agendas sniff out the helpless only to become the cautionary tales themselves, they'll just seek to seize opportunity, hoping to gain attraction, calling themselves giving charity while they're fighting for screen presence. It's really best to keep distance. Some people see themselves like exorcists, and others think themselves like they're all saints. But all they really doing is trying to eke out their way to a person's good graces. The real problems come with the self-evaluation, because the act is only performances to hide behind the masks. They're just as guilty as the supporting cast again. Having a large group of acquaintances don't mean they'll have your best interests, as dramatic as that sounds. The theatrics are evident. Lost in the crowd isn't the same as found confidence. To find the solutions, always gotta be more present, cause the liquid courage gon' steer towards catching Z's by accident. The slurred speech and swerving due to false pride and fake love crashing. So when it rains, it pours. It ain't just the weather. As large as it's also the weight of holding the self accountable, tugging on the strings of the heart. What's needed is a restart, to be the reason for someone to want a fresh beginning, for really taking off, dying of thirst to quench the meandering. Set the record straight from the tainted soul of self-serving vengeance. Let the pond purify the dipped in potential like baptism, till it's rewritten. The actual life journey that is. To realign the significance risen from the rivers flowing into the essentials, also lifting up the ones who's always been around to help them. Recovery ain't a joke to play with when it comes to the health concerns, and the small circle kept close has been earned.